All right, guys. So the 12 days of Christmas tips for marketing your residential cleaning business. This is day 2. If you missed day 1, go catch the replay from yesterday in the Cleaning Business Profits Facebook group. It's right there in the media tab under replay. So this one's quick. This one's not hard. It takes a little bit of planning, but it's not too late to do this even now before the end of the year. And that is implement some charitable marketing. Well, why do I call it charitable marketing? Because everything we do to gain exposure, to build our brand, to up level the way people view our brand, everything we do is marketing. And when you implement charitable marketing, obviously we call that cause marketing. When you implement charitable marketing, you get like a double win, right? A double win. What do I mean by a double win? Number one, you create massive amounts of goodwill with the public, the people who are not using you, your prospects, your future customers, and you create massive amounts of goodwill with your existing customers. It reminds them why they chose to do business with you. It reminds them why they like your company and why they don't need to obsess over every little mistake you might make, something small you broke, a little dust you missed. It reminds them of why they do business with you. And cause marketing also attracts more affiliates and vendors in your community. It attracts more people who are in a position to refer you and talk you up to their own customers, people from the chambers of commerce, your BNI groups, any local networking and meetup groups. It gives people a reason and an excuse to admire you and talk about you in a good way behind your back. And so cause marketing, as it's known as, or implementing charitable marketing, is something powerful you can do in the month of December. Why? Because if you watched yesterday live with me, I talked about how people are in the buying mood, right? We're in the giving season. We're in the giving mood. People who are spending money during the holidays buying gifts for others and, going to parties and celebrating the season, celebrating the birth, it puts us in a good frame of mind. It puts us in a happy frame of mind. And happy people spend more money. Miserable people don't. Happy people spend more money. And so because people are in that happy frame of mind, they're in that generosity mood, right, during the holidays. This is the perfect time to implement some charitable marketing. If, for example, you are involved in the 100K challenge that I launched at CBF Live last year in April, how many of you type into the chat right now if you are in the 100K challenge from last year's CBF Live? If you are participating, you're still raising funds, or you've already reached your goal, type that into the chat. I am really curious how many of you are actually participating in the 100K challenge. So let's just say you're in the 100K challenge. I see Amy Smith is in the 100K challenge. Beth is in. I know I'm in. Who else is involved in the 100K challenge? Now, I've been guilty of not always going over to the Facebook group and celebrating with others, but you realize, guys, we've already raised over $78,000. I was starting to get a little discouraged because we're more than halfway through the year and we were only halfway to our goal. And so I was starting to feel like, oh no, what are we going to do? How are we going to reach that goal? Because I'm so goal oriented. I got to have that $100,000 challenge met by April, or I'm going to be mad at myself, right? I'm going to know I didn't do enough. I should have done more, all that good stuff. Erin says, woohoo, I'm in. And Diana is in. Sarah is in. So quite a few of you are involved in the 100K challenge. So I'm just going to give this as an example. What a phenomenal opportunity for you to take your link to your fundraiser page that ideally you've already created. You take your link in our 100K challenge group, And you post that on your Facebook group every day for the next 12 days. You do your own 12-day challenge, right? Or just post it every day and, for the next week, whatever you're comfortable with. But you go in there and you state your goal out loud on your timeline with your friends, your family, and colleagues who follow you, right? Most of us have local business professionals that are friends with us on Facebook, and you just post your link and you state your goal. So let's say your goal, I know Aaron has blown his goal way out of the water, but let's say, his goal was $15,000 or 20,000, because I know already blew up his original goal. And he goes on there and he says, my goal that I set back in April is $15,000 to raise for this amazing nonprofit. We're so proud that we provide free house cleaning to families who are battling cancer right here in our own community. And I would love to encourage your support at this time of year. Cancer patients need your help more now than ever. And imagine battling cancer and having to clean your own house, right? And so you hashtag your own company and you state, like, for example, mine would say something like, at Buckets and Bows Maid Service, we're proud to have helped over 300 families with cancer with the gift of free house cleaning. Would you be willing to give an end of the year donation, fully tax deductible? A lot of people are looking for charitable causes to donate that last little bit of money that they have to get in before the end of the year for their end of the year tax write-off, right? Their last donation or two that they're going to make to be able to count it on their 2021 tax year when they file their taxes. And so, remind people this is fully deductible. It's the perfect time of year to squeeze in that last minute tax deduction and help an incredible cause. And you post that on your Facebook timeline. Now, maybe you're not a part of Cleaning for a Reason. I'm not saying Cleaning for a Reason is the only charitable cause out there that can create amazing and unprecedented charitable marketing, but it does have to be a cause that resonates with your clients. So even if it isn't Cleaning for a Reason, maybe your passion is rescuing dogs, or maybe your passion is mental health or single moms, whatever it is. Find a charitable cause that's worthy, that you've done your research, that's worthy of your support, and implement some charitable marketing over the next few days. Here's what happens. It creates positive branding and exposure for your business. Does it necessarily make your phone ring with somebody saying, I saw your post about your charitable cause that I truly believe in as well. I'd like to hire you. It doesn't necessarily make your phone ring, but it really does improve the results of any marketing you're already doing. Because when people are already thinking, man, I need to hire a cleaning service before the end of the year, if they're already thinking about that, and then they see your ads on Google, they see your ads on Facebook, maybe you're still advertising in some form of local print media like Living Magazine or the local newspaper, wherever you're still advertising either in print or digitally. They see that. And you aren't really promoting yourself. You're just reminding them why you're worth doing business with. And now all of a sudden it makes your marketing more effective. The money you spent on marketing makes it more effective because it's more memorable when they hear about what you love and what causes you care about and how you're making a difference and how you're giving back. And it has to be tangible. You have to physically go on there and make that presence known. Every customer on your list, every prospect on your list, every canceled customer that's still on your email list, they should receive 1 to 3 emails between now and the end of the year to talk about your charitable cause. And especially if it's one that resonates with most people, like cancer, right? So they should receive an email that explains what you've done this past year. We held a volunteer day recently, and we served, I think like 10 patients in a day, 10 or 12 patients. And we had a lot of our cleaners come out and actually volunteer on a Saturday right here during the holiday season. And that could be mentioned in a newsletter with a link that says, we would love your help in reaching this incredible goal that we have set to raise X number of dollars for Cleaning for a Reason. We're halfway there, or we're 2/3 of the way there, and your help will make a significant difference in the life of a family right here in Flower Mound, Texas, that's battling cancer. Be specific, be personal, mention your hometown, mention who you're serving, families with cancer. Mention why it matters. You can tell your story in an email. You can tell your story on Facebook, but mention why it matters. I know recently, my social media company, Riser Media, they shared their personal story. Charlotte, um, uh, what's her last name? I don't know. Maybe it's Riser. I'm trying to think of her last name, but Charlotte, the owner of Riser Media, maybe it's Charlotte Riser. I'm not sure. But the owner, Charlotte, I never even knew this, but she's donated several times to Cleaning for a Reason. She really loves the cleaning industry, and she handles a lot of social media for some of the larger maid service owners in CBF. And she shared her personal story and shared a photo I had never seen before. And I know it was very emotional for her to share the photo that she had taken while she was going through her own battle with cancer. And she had lost her hair and was wearing a scarf, and she looked beautiful. But I know it was a very raw and transparent moment for her to share that very personal picture. And she was encouraging other people to donate to Cleaning for a Reason. Now, that meant more to me than any of the skills I've already seen them produce for my own company, right? That personal story of her battle and journey with cancer and why she's been so consistent about donating to Cleaning for a Reason, that meant so much more to me in why I love doing business with this company. It meant so much more to me than just understanding she has a really good brand and they have a very good skills. They have very good skills at social media and marketing. Okay, those are all important to me too, of course, because we've hired them, right? I'm their customer. But it was also significant for me to see her personal story and why she's giving back to Cleaning for a Reason, why she's giving to charity and cancer causes. And it was just very, very special and incredibly meaningful. And everybody got to see it. People who are not her customers, people who are already her customers, right? Many of our CBF members that are using her service, they saw that. And they saw somebody put their money where their mouth is, right? She encourages fundraising. She understands cause marketing, charitable marketing, and she does it and she donates, right? So it's just really an incredible win. And people know when you're authentic. People know if you're being inauthentic, right? I think probably the worst mistake a person can do is to jump onto some form of charitable marketing when it doesn't come from the heart. You'd be better off not doing it at all, because people can spot inauthenticity a mile coming. And so it's really important that whatever you do, when you implement charitable marketing, whatever you do, it is something that truly resonates with you at your core. It is truly something that feeds your soul as a human being, that you give back in this very incredible, special way. So many of you have very personal stories around cancer. Some of you have never shared them in public. You've never told for various reasons, right? And if you have a personal story around cancer, then a cancer cause might be the best charitable marketing you can get involved with, because you're able to speak from the heart. Whether you lost a loved one, a family member, a spouse, a mother, a sister, or your own battle and pain and journey through cancer. So make sure whenever you are launching cause marketing, charitable marketing, that it is coming from your heart, that is truly an authentic part of who you are and how your brand shows up in society. Because I am telling you, people can spot a fake a mile long. If you're doing it as a gimmick to get customers, people can read through it. If you're doing it as a part of your business that feeds your soul, people will feel it and they will want to donate and they will want to do business with you and they will want to be more loyal to your company and they will be more forgiving when you make a mistake, when you break something, when you send an untrained employee who does a sloppy job. They will be more forgiving because they love who they do business with. Made to order in Florida lost 2 siblings to cancer. That's an incredible story right there. That's an incredible. Who is that? Let's see here. I can see it's made to order, but I can't see the name on there. Oh, Charlotte Carson. Thank you. I knew Reiser was not her last name. I just couldn't bring it to mind because I don't use her last name very often. But Amy Wynn's so sweet. She's just phenomenal. So, let me read some of the comments. Busy Bee Beatrice from Wayne here. Alrighty, what else? What other comments did I miss? Sorry if I missed your comment. So make sure that you do implement some form of cause marketing in your business during these last couple of weeks of this year, 2021. Make sure that you have charitable marketing as a part of your marketing strategy to up-level your brand, to keep your brand in front of the public, to remind people why you're different, why your company is special, why you're not just like everybody else. Make sure charitable marketing is a part of your strategic plan, and you'll be doing a good thing for people who need your help while doing good for your business. We call that doing well while doing good. And cause marketing, charitable marketing, it's all supposed to put peer pressure on your competitors who are doing nothing and not giving back. It is supposed to stretch us as human beings to not focus so much on our own troubles and our own pain and our own lack of profits and our own problems, but to actually focus on somebody else's struggles, somebody else's pain, somebody else's challenges, and somebody else's problems. It makes us better human beings. And it also helps up-level the way your team feels about what they do day in and day out. Cleaning toilets isn't glamorous. We all get that. It's not glamorous to put your hands in somebody else's toilet. But is it meaningful? Well, when you're a part of Cleaning for a Reason or any other kind of give back program that truly resonates with your staff, they feel like, and they know in their heart, what I do matters. What I do matters. It's so important. People need this, and especially a cancer patient who can't clean their own home. One of my most precious stories that I cherish is from Stacy Swinghammer, who eventually went to work for Cleaning for a Reason. But I met her at a Zumba class, and I found out very quickly that she had cancer and was in the fight for her life. She had a young child, like 9 years old, which maybe she was 10 or 11 at that time. But I just noticed she graduated from high school this past year. And her daughter, who was very young at the time, but she told me she was battling cancer in our Zumba class, and she was working out to try to stay physically fit and eating right and taking chemotherapy. And I shared with her Cleaning for a Reason. And I told her my own cleaning company, Buckets and Bows Maid Service, would be honored to clean for her. And of course, we cleaned for her for many, many years. We didn't do just our 2 cleanings to be done because she and I became dear, dear close friends. And so every now and then we'll go out and meet for cocktails and just catch up as girlfriends. But she became a free client of Buckets and Bows Maid Service. And I think now they tend to call her just whenever they have a last minute opening or cancellation. She's still in the fight. She's been battling cancer the whole time I've known her. And now I've known her for, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 years by now. And it's just added such richness and joy to my life. And one of the stories Stacy told me after she had her first couple of cleanings from my company completely free through the gift of cleaning for a reason, one of the things she shared with me was she said, Debbie, when I was in the recovery phase of my surgery, her complete mastectomy, and then her chemotherapy, losing her hair, sick all the time, she said, I could barely shampoo my hair. She said, it would take me almost all day to take a shower because of the difficulty and the range of motion and just the inability to shampoo her hair. And she said, it would literally take me almost all day. And then she said, I'd have to sleep for half a day to recover from taking a shower, things we take for granted every single day. And she said, so vacuuming my whole house, which is a pretty big house, she said it was completely out of the question. And she said to have somebody else vacuum my whole house, she said it was like the greatest joy and the best gift anyone has ever given me. Now, do you realize the rich memory and moments that I have from that conversation with Stacy, and the joy and the blessing that it brings to me and my team who got to clean for her, just knowing how much it meant to her and how much we all take for granted that I can vacuum my house if I want to, right? My grandkids make a mess. I can get out the vacuum and vacuum it in 5 minutes, no effort. I don't want to. That's what Buckets and Bows is for. But just knowing and seeing and experiencing the sheer joy and the thankfulness that she had for Buckets and Bows Maid Service and the free services we provided. And I don't even know how it impacted her family, but I guarantee you it impacted them quite positively as well. And now just seeing her daughter on Facebook graduating from high school. And mom is still hanging in there and still fighting. And so what charitable causes resonate deeply with you and the public that you can launch some kind of a marketing campaign around before the end of the year? Giving campaigns are very popular right now. And of course, I would encourage you to give to Cleaning for a Reason and launch that campaign. I'm going to share my screen before I have to go because I do have to wrap it up. Let me just share my screen with you very quickly. So let's see here. Share screen. Oh, why am I not able? Okay, maybe I have to close this one. Stop sharing the screen. That's what I have to do first. So I'm going to share a screen with you really quick. Okay, share my screen. A Chrome tab. I always struggle with this. A window. Ugh, where the heck is it? All right, so here's my screen I'm sharing with you. And you should be able to see that. Nah, oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Hang on, guys. I don't know why I always have a hard time. Share screen, window. Where the heck is my Google? Chrome. New tab. Okay, it was there. I just wasn't reading. All right, so I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully you can see it. I want you to go to DebbieSardone.com/charity, right? Super simple. DebbieSardone.com/charity, right? Hopefully you can see that. Now, I want you to scroll down to group 11. Just ignore all those other groups because they don't exist. Group 11 is my group, okay? Because we are in a contest and I am competitive. And look, I'm 84% of my goal of $10,000. I'm going to have to up that goal because I got too many people have passed me up and I don't like that. But right now you could donate and help me reach my goal. And 100% of your donation goes to Cleaning for a Reason. So right here on the right, it says make a donation, a one-time gift, anything, $50, a custom gift of $25 or $10, whatever you want. Or you can do a drop down and say, you know what, I'm going to give to Cleaning for a Reason once a month. I'm not a part of the program, but I really believe in it. I'm going to give $25 a month or whatever. So you can make a one-time donation. Or you can set your own goal and create your own fundraising page, just like this one. So I created a fundraising page for my cleaning company to help me reach my goal of $10,000. So I created Buckets and Bows maid service, and I set the goal at, I don't know what, $5,000 maybe. I don't remember. So you could create your own fundraising page, either as your own person, like I have here, or as your company, like I have here. And so here's where you hit that become a fundraiser right there. And this is where you simply fill it out. Now, if you just want to be a fundraiser, like as an individual, like Debbie Sardone, then you would put your first name and last name. But if you want to be a fundraiser as a company, then use first and last name to put in your company. And so like if your company was Merry Maids, you would put in Mary, M-E-R-R-Y, and then Maids under last name. And then you fill this out, you hit submit, and then you can get Lucy to help you upload your logo like I did. And so it is super simple to build your own fundraising page. And I encourage you. So again, go to debbiesardone.com charity, super simple, scroll down to group 11 and either make a donation as an individual, one time or recurring, or become a fundraiser, set your own goal. You could set a goal of $1,000. Do you know how easy it would be for you to reach that? If you just became a fundraiser, set a goal of $1,000, and then you get out on social media that says, I need 10 people to donate $100 to help us reach our goal. Or I need 100 people to donate $10 to help us reach our goal. I mean, I guarantee you, you have as many family members and friends that would donate $100 to help you reach your $1,000 goal. So I encourage you to become a fundraiser. Then you can push it out on all kinds of social media. So let me stop sharing my screen and put this other, I don't know what happened to my other picture. It kind of goes away. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, there is a way to upload it. So let me just wrap it up by saying for the 12 days of Christmas, day 2, for the 12 days of Christmas, day 2, implement charitable marketing. It is powerful for your brand. It is good for your soul. Your employees will feel like they're doing something that's bigger and more important than just cleaning a toilet. Your customers will feel more loyal. Your prospects will be more interested in your brand. Your local affiliates and vendors and networking friends will be more inclined to remember you and to refer you to their friends and colleagues and business acquaintances. So guys, day 2, implement charitable marketing. You'll love it and you'll make a difference while building your brand. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to be here somewhere between noon and 1 p.m. Central Time. Hope you got my text as a reminder. Please post some comments, feedback on how you felt this marketing tip will help you in your business. And I got to run. I got to be in class here in 2 minutes. And I like to be on time. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great evening. And those of you that are in CBF, we'll see you on Anchor Training tonight at 4 p.m. Central. It's going to blow your socks off. Trust me, I'm going to show you how to get more money in the pockets of your employees without it costing you a dime. Take care, guys. See you on Anchor Training.